Hello you absolute legends, welcome back to the channel. John here, and if you haven't seen the video yesterday, well, this video is a little bit of an update. It's a tail between my legs update, because I did a video yesterday explaining to you in lovely detail how to fit these wonderful Proton 1.5 SE wheel trims, and it detailed me taking off the wheel nuts and putting the trims on, and actually someone's quite rightly pointed out on that video that's a very stupid move and actually the wrong thing to do. Now thankfully I'm not taking this car anywhere at the moment because I'm still in the process of fettling it, but it was a really silly idea. And actually what you do is put the wheel trims over the wheel nuts and then screw them onto the end thread, I believe. So we're going to try that, and that is something that I've been thinking about all night. I've actually had a bit of sleepless night thinking about the wheel trims, and have I damaged the wheel trims by over tightening them, by trying to put them on the whole thread, and also have I potentially put myself and others in danger by giving them the wrong advice. So if you've watched that video, which is going to be up there in the corner now, which is the helpful informative 1.5 SE wheel trim fitting video, it's a load of nonsense. So discard that video. I'm not going to take it down off the internet because analytics and views, right? But in this video we're going to fit them properly. Second time's a charm. So the first thing to do then is to unlock the car and get access to the wheel nuts that we removed and the wheel trim tool. Also remote central locking, not remote central locking, but central locking, ba-ding, on this car. I've put the wheel nuts in the ashtray and the tool as well, and I'm going to have to squeeze myself down here to get that on this morning. We're going to try with, we'll start with this one. We'll take the trim off, we'll put the nut back on, then we'll try and put the trim on with the nut back on. Fingers crossed. So if you remember, the tools we need are this, which is a special wheel nut removal key. It's basically two prongs, and a tie iron. We're going to remove this, put the wheel nuts back on, and hopefully this is going to then fit over the existing spoke that's left. We're going to find out. So I've got a little bit of a concern, and part of this, my concerns are that I've damaged the wheel trim by fitting it wrong, and there's a little bit of a sort of a plastic, you know, when plastic stretches and it gets that weird white colour. I think I've probably stretched the plastic, but my main concern is, have I cracked or damaged anything behind here? And yeah, look, I've damaged this wheel trim. I've cracked it. Yeah, so I have caused damage to the wheel trim. That's bad times. I'm devastated by that. This was the one that I put on the tightest, so fingers crossed it's not the end of the world. So I'm putting this wheel nut back on. Obviously I'm going to torque that back up, but yeah, bad that. Devastated. In fact, I might treat that with some glue and put some tape around that now. So rightly or wrongly, I've broken this now. I'm assuming I've going to have broken all the other four, which you can tell by the tone of my voice I am gutted about, because it's my mistake. I have glued the crack, and I have also added some sort of PTFE tape, some electrical tape around the hole in the back, just to sort of try and stop it from spreading. But I am an idiot, I'm gutted with myself. We'll find out as we take them off, won't we? Because of course the answer is, you put the wheel nut on and then the little tiny bit of thread that pokes through, you then put this locking nut on, and it obviously then secures the wheel trim, and you don't damage your wheel trim like I did. That's my face. That's my face going, I'm gutted. I've got to do the other three, right? Will I have broke them? 100% right. I broke all of them. Gutted. But let's try and get them on, and let's go try and get them safe. So I've just removed the second one. Good news is, this one hasn't cracked. I haven't damaged this one. So that is a bonus. As I say, that one there is the one I put on first, and I did put it on a lot tighter than the others because I was concerned. So it's boding well for this one. Putting this wheel nut back on, obviously you're going to Torx it back up and then put this trim back on. What an idiot. I'm so mad with myself. One thing I will say while I'm here is I'm also Torxing the other wheel nuts to make sure they're all nice and safe. So while I'm here, while I'm doing it, I'm checking all the other wheel nuts as well. And then I'll be going around and checking the tyres in a minute as well. That's the second one on. Nice and tight. Not going to damage that wheel trim. Winner, winner. Third one off then. Another little sigh of relief because I've not damaged this one. So that's 1 out of 3 so far that I've broke, which is good because I've got a couple of these spare in stock. Again, I'm just annoyed at myself for being a wally, but we live and learn, don't we? And actually, genuinely thank you to the person who pointed this out to me on the internet, that I was technically doing it wrong and was unsafe, and surely you should do it this way, because it never even occurred to me. So thank you to that person on the old YouTube who pointed it out, which is a good thing about YouTube, right? Third one on, held nicely in place. Last one, and then we'll have a chat about my stupidity. Number 4 off. Haven't cracked this one either. I am less devastated than I was 10 minutes ago. Get the last wheel nut on, get that one back on, get the tyres pumped on, and then I'm going to take it for a drive. Good. That's it then. That's all the wheel trims fitted to the car correctly, as they should have been. Thanks again to the person, I can't remember who it was, that pointed it out on YouTube that was ridiculous, taking a wheel nut off. I'm going to put the tool back in the ashtray, I'm going to put the ashtray back in the console, and I'm going to cry a little bit about damaging that wheel trim. But I got away with it. I damaged 1 of 4, and I've managed to repair it before there was potentially any more drama, any more damage. I'm going to take that as a little win. There's a few things left to do on this before I take it for a spin, and actually what I'm going to do in another video in just a minute's time, put this somewhere, is just have a look at that paint work on that door, just to see what that is. There's like a shadow mark on the door. I think it's probably where it's been touched up at some point. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a like, please give us a subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Thanks genuinely to the people online, because actually that could have been dangerous, and that could have been silly and caused lots more wear and strain, and cracked all the others when I took it for a spin. So YouTube's awesome. Till next time, have a great day, take care, goodbye.